So the next unit is assessment criteria mandatory unit 7, which is scope and responsibility of an adult care worker. So I read, learners must understand the working ranges in a care setting. This unit aims to provide the learners with the knowledge skills required to understand the nature of your job, the nature of working relationship, working in agreed ways that are with the employer, and the work in partnership with others. So what this unit is all about: assessment criteria mandatory 7, the scope and responsibility of an adult care worker is you need to understand your role as a carer. Your role is to ensure safety, is to ensure the safety of residents. Your role is to ensure that you work according to the policies and procedure of the works, the care setting you're in. So for every care setting, there is a policy, there are policies and procedure, there are a lot of them. So you need to understand your roles and responsibility. You're paid to do your job. So if you need a comprehensive understanding of what your job is, you need to ask your manager for your job description. What is your job description like, so that you understand. So typically a carer, you give personal care, you support residents with their nutrition, with their personal care, with health and well-being. You support them with their mental capacity if they don't have capacity. So with regards to the scope and responsibility, you need to work. So you don't do anything that is not in your job description. If you are not trained, employed to give medication, you dare not, you do not, because you will put yourself in trouble. If in your care home the nurses are to give medication, you do not give medication, because you are not, it's not in the scope of your responsibility. So you need to work according. So this unit talks about your responsibility. You need to stick to your responsibility, because if anything happens in the workplace, you will be liable to court, and you will need to prove to the court that you have been trained to carry out a task. So this unit is talking about your responsibility. So you need to understand and know your roles and your responsibility, your daily task. And your manager, you need to agree with your manager that these are your roles. So if, for instance, you're given something, a task to do, and you're not sure, you need to confirm with your manager that, please, I need to confirm if this is part of my job description, because this unit, your assessor want to know what you're doing. So there will be an audio clip. Your assessor would like you, because I tell my learners, do an audio for me, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, of what your roles and responsibilities are. I also tell my learners to write for me a reflective account of what they do on a daily basis. So you need to ensure, you need to know your roles and responsibility, because your assessor is required in your portfolio to give an audio clip and a reflective account of what your roles and responsibilities are. So this is what this unit is about: scope and responsibility. You need to know how you're working with others. How do you work with the multidisciplinary team? How do you work with your resident? How do you work with the resident family? What is expected of you in the policy and procedure? What are your roles? You need to understand. So yes, I'll see you in the next video for the next unit. Yeah.